Hello, friends, and you are our friends. Welcome to the show. As always, I'm Joshua Hadley, and as always, I'm joined by the man of the powers, just to be this hour, the one spent the rings of grit. I'm not even sure now it's coming in.
I got to hear that twice today.
True.
Yeah.
Lord, joined by Lord Justin Belanger.
Yes, Lord Justin Belanger, Lord of Sealand? SeaWorld? What is it called?
The Principality of Sealand.
Principality of Sealand. I'm Lord. So, no, not a big deal or anything. I'm just kind of very important.
Yeah, when you visit your home country, you gotta go next door and visit your pal, Views, Minkaro, the other people.
Fellow Lord or Baron or whatever he is of Sealand, Ed Sheeran.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's true. It is.
Well, this is exciting. This is the 1 year anniversary of the podcast.
1 year anniversary. It was almost exactly to the day 1 year ago where we began this wacky adventure.
True.
With an episode titled fucking What the Hell Are NFTs or something like that? Or What the Heck Are NFTs?
Yeah, and we have we started it out what the heck are NFTs? We're gonna ask again. What the heck are NFTs?
What are those dang old things?
So the big news right now is your boy Logan Paul is I don't know if he's in trouble, but he started his own he started his own company that was making a game that was selling people NFTs and let them make passive income while they're playing the game. And he didn't pay the the team that made the game. He didn't pay the team that made the crypto. He didn't pay. I don't know who he paid. I was watching the CoffeeZilla story, and I watched the first video. Nothing else. So it's not just the usual celebrity endorsing the NFT. He's actually he's behind the company. He helped create it.
Yeah.
And he said he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to develop this crypto and the game. And the whole team spent up to $1 million, and a whole lot of Logan's fans have lost money on this thing. Not unsurprisingly.
Yeah. An NFT game going wrong? Who could have saw it coming?
Who could have saw that coming? This is why it's terrible that these celebrities are endorsing crypto and these NFTs and whatnot. Logan's doing more. I'm just saying, these crypto fascists are just using people we know to try and fool us into thinking, oh, this is something that it's gonna work. Like Logan Paul is successful and he's rich, so why not me? And turns out, the whole thing was a scam.
It's just crazy to me how they keep trying to force this NFT situation into being a thing when it's not. People aren't taking to it.
Yeah.
There's especially fucking something like Square Enix, right? Because especially in video games, NFTs just bombed tremendously. It's not a thing, It's not. Nobody's getting behind it, and yet companies like Square Enix are still there's something to this. We're gonna do this.
There's still value in the scam part. Logan, he made money. That money went somewhere. The people bought for NFTs. Donald Trump sold all of his NFTs because his fan base is insane, and they'll oh, he's involved, let's put our money in there. Especially now, it seems like at the start it could have been something, but it was really lame. It's still, of course, really lame. It's not even what a lot of people say it is. Like, when you have an NFT, all you have is a receipt. You don't have the JPEG image, whatever it comes with. all you own is the code, which is really lame. You know, it's, I mean, is that like what else do we do things like that with? Like, who I don't know who owned the NES I bought back in 2000, and is it really that important to have like that entire history? Um, no. I mean, with some of these, like I have the one my brother made still. That's cool, but that's more important to me than anyone I'd sell it to.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, really shitty thing Logan's done. He was even nominated for the Scam Artist of the Year award by Gopher and Tuck, but couldn't beat Sam Bankman-Fried, and he probably needed a win before he went to jail.
Yeah. Couldn't be Donald Trump because Donald Trump can't get a win.
True. Logan Paul, it seems like it's gonna hurt his reputation more than that video he put on YouTube where he was at the suicide forest in Japan, and I think it's because he's scamming his fans. So after this, like, who's gonna defend him other than the crypto bros? The people who are gonna come on here and say, "Oh, we don't know anything about NFTs."
There have been plenty of like YouTubers who continue doing shit after like knowingly scamming their audience, though. Shouldn't.
Yeah.
But like there's been ones where like they've pushed these like slot machine games or like what are they called? The boxes, the loot boxes. Where like they'll have a video of them spending a shit ton of money in the game doing these loot boxes and constantly winning shit, but then it's like the game is like rigged to make them win it. So that people watching will think, oh, hey, they're winning a bunch, I'll win a bunch. And then the actual chances of winning end up being way lower for people legitimately playing the game.
Man.
Yeah.
Man. Anyway, talking about YouTubers scamming people, coming out the Gopher and Tuck NFTs, they're all done by AI. We got an app on our phone. We're selling it like 1,000 times more than it's worth. Buy it with the Tuck Bucks.
Gotta get them Tuck Bucks.
Our new cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
See.
Valid everywhere that accepts Tuck Bucks.
Exactly. And so we gotta talk about your favorite Kevin McCarthy. He can't, someone else who can't win, like your boy Donald Trump. I guess he's not conservative enough or fascist enough for the other Republicans. So the House of Representatives is basically, sort of stuck doing nothing other than trying to vote for a new speaker, and they can't decide on a new one. And there needs to be a majority vote, like not 51%, but
they gotta get one of them Dolby speakers. Those are the good ones.
True. A lot better than Nancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they need 50% plus one more vote to get a speaker, and they haven't been able to do that. The last time something like this has happened, there was 100 votes. I think they're gonna stick with Kevin McCarthy, keep putting him out there until the other Republicans are holding out finally vote for him. They could go to someone else, maybe someone more fascist that'll make the other Republicans happy. It's funny. It's kind of funny, although the truth is, it's Congress is kind of important. So this happening could become inconvenient. Hopefully not. At that point, you'd hope that they're gonna go back to business or whatever. But for now, we'll laugh as Congress is basically stuck trying to pick a new leader.
Mm.
And that leads us, unfortunately, there was an NFL player that collapsed. Can you?
Yeah, Damar Hamlin, the safety for the Bills, on Monday's game. So I don't know if it's confirmed or not yet what exactly it was, but like the leading thing seems to be, I forgot what exactly it's referred to. I'm trying to see if I can find the name of it. It's like Komotio, Komo. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but like essentially the thought is that he was hit in the chest at like the exact moment, like a exact like split second that would be needed to get hit in the chest to like stop the heart in a way that's different than usual.
Yeah.
Um, and he went down, and like obviously it was bad. It was an unprecedented kind of situation. Like the Bills and Bengals game was like canceled completely. Not originally. The NFL allegedly, like they claimed that this wasn't the case, but like during the broadcast, one of the commentators said that the NFL had told them, he had told the players that they had like 5 minutes or something like that to get ready and then get back on the field. And then like the coaches for both teams talked and they decided fuck that. I don't know
Oh yeah.
if that's
Oh yeah.
actually the case or not, but
That,
that's
that
they
has to
denied
be
it.
the case. The
Yeah.
NFL doesn't stop a game. There's
Mm,
a little rant here, sorry, but the NFL doesn't stop a game for anything. They didn't stop a game for the Kennedy assassination. They didn't stop a game after 9/11. They
mm,
played after that happened. You know, they that's just their policy. That's always been what they've done, and it had to be the players and the coaches
yeah.
say no, we're not gonna continue the
Yeah.
game. And you know, I'll say this for people there at the time when it happened. It's absolutely normal for something tragic like that to happen, and just to pretend everything's okay and normal and to continue on as it is. You know, I don't know why the NFL just can't say that's what we did. We apologize, and said they feed us fucking bullshit.
Mm. But
Which you know the NFL's an evil
yeah.
organization, so fuck them anyway.
So he was like, from what I understand, he was getting CPR for like 10 minutes straight, something like that. Eventually,
Wow.
he was put into an ambulance, taken to a hospital. Um, and for a few days, it was sort of just not much coming out about what was going on with him. There were just like slight improvements, but he was still in critical condition. Although now, finally, like yesterday, he finally started being able to communicate in writing, and now today, he's actually the breathing tube was finally taken out, and he's able to actually talk, I believe, because it says he was communicating with fellow Bills players over a FaceTime call. So it seems like there's finally some big improvements on his condition. It was definitely scary for a while though. Like there was
Yeah,
legitimate fear that he was gonna die.
it's nice we finally get some good news on the
Yeah.
Gopher and Tuck channel.
Yes. Yeah. Um. But yeah, like the game was eventually, like after a few days, they finally decided the game's just not gonna happen. Like they were thinking about rescheduling it. The game's now is just completely not gonna happen. Which is like something new for the NFL. Like they had a kind of similar-ish situation a couple years ago because of COVID, but even then they like were moving things around, finding ways to get it to work. This time the game's just completely canceled. Um, but the important thing is Damar Hamlin, and finally we're getting some good news about him. So things are looking up.
Finally, hell yeah! And as our final normal news story before we get into the wrestling,
Mhm.
there was a shooting in Kotzebue. Well, not a shooting. Someone got a rifle and shot at some houses.
Fucking
Oh,
Enoch.
wasn't him.
Oh,
Wasn't him.
well, look at that. Wasn't Kotzebue's most notorious?
No, it was apparently. I don't even know. You know, I've heard things. It's not confirmed, so I'm not gonna name names. I know the family that the apparent shooters
So it's not
from.
confirmed. So it could be Enoch. We have there's no confirmation that it isn't him.
Yeah, I actually heard there was a second person involved. Well, of course, was the shooter and the shootee.
Mm,
Oh, the shot, the shooter and the shot. No one was hit though. No one was injured.
mm.
The guy in I know at least it's a male. They shot some houses. And Kitty told me this when it happened, or well, kind couple hours after it happened. Manila opened late. Several businesses opened late. He was saying that the town was on lockdown, which wasn't true. Which goes to show you gotta like make sure you know what when you get news to kind of think about where the sources are coming from.
Mhm.
Like I was asking Kitty, where do you see that, and he says this, and it doesn't say what he's saying. It goes to show it was kind of like telephone. If I just relied on him for the news, um, I I probably would just stayed home instead of going to work. But everything was fine. The shooting happened like hours before. I'm delivering UPS packages, so I did avoid that part of town until the afternoon, like almost a half day since it happened.
Mhm.
Which it might be silly. I didn't want to be driving around police and anyone trying to investigate anything, so I did that part of town last. But I went there. We even drove by the house to see if there was any bullet holes or anything we could see. We couldn't see them. I was looking at the windows. Nothing looked cracked. So he might not even been trying to. Well, he was aiming for something, but I couldn't see the bullet holes. I might have been looking at the wrong house. But the Arctic Sounder came out with a story Thursday, but that's just after it happened, and they didn't really have too much to say that we didn't know already. There's gonna be more info out in the future. If we remember to update you guys, we will. But I'm safe. No one got hurt. Think, but
And Enoch is still on the loose.
as far as we know. So you're saying what's I haven't been paying attention to wrestling other than I know New Japan happened. What's happening with Vince McMahon?
He's apparently like forcing himself back onto the board.
What
Like
which he's always had the option. He owns 80% of the company.
apparently, so like I don't know the full situation here, but like he sent a letter on December 20th to the board, basically being like, "Yo, fuck wads, I want back," and then they replied being like, "Dude, get out of here." So like today he's just like forcing his way back in. Him and like two other people. He's like making the head of the board now, I guess, something. And apparently there's going to be a meeting in WWE today, in a few hours. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it looks like some people think he's doing this in order to like to ensure that he has a majority of the stock still after WWE is sold. Others think he's doing this to prevent WWE from being sold. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is. Uh, but
Well,
it's
well, he
not.
can't. The thing is, like with those rumors or those ideas, he owns the company, so he can't. Any decision that of sale happening would have to be greenlit by him. I mean that's just he's got the votes. I mean he's
Well,
got.
apparently this could be like taken to the court
Oh
if the
yeah,
board
yeah.
decides to do that.
The shareholders could take him to court over this
Yeah.
stuff because he had spent company money. So that would need to happen first before you can stop Vince McMahon from stopping the sale because he still has all the voting power on the board
Mm.
because he owns the
I'm looking
majority
at
of the company.
I'm looking at the Wrestling Observer notes on the situation. Um, First one is Vince had tried to come back in December, but the board was against him. They rejected it. Then, while Vince does have 81% of the shareholder voting power, this could drag out if the board takes him to court. Vince's plan
Yeah,
currently is to use his shareholder voting power to place himself and the two former execs on the board, placing 3 current members who have not been named, and then compel the board to name him chairman. Vince believes that the company needs to be sold soon, otherwise the potential sale price will decrease as media entities get more tight with spending. Vince likely, but not confirmed, wants to remain in power after the company is sold, which is why he's acting now, as he will lose shareholder voting power in a sale. and
Yeah.
there are federal and SEC investigations into Vince ongoing related to the allegations against him. The board asked Vince to stay away until the investigations are complete, but Vince refused.
This is the problem with doing something like this with Vince McMahon. He wants to be in power. He wants to be someone who's busy. Not not you see, that's not even saying this is a notorious thing, but he's so old. He can't stop being a wrestling promoter. And he really should, because I hate to say it, but you know, he's been doing it so long that he still has older mentality, which isn't always good, especially now
Mm.
that things are changing. When he was taking more and more control, it seemed like he turned NXT with the terrible talent into one of his old early '90s shows. Like it seemed like that, with all the colors too. Like you remember how in the '80s they had like all those bright neon colors and whatnot. It seemed like he was trying to recreate that in the
Mm.
present day. And when he left for a while, they turned NXT back into being normal NXT. And now are we gonna like have all the stupidity again? Where
Yeah, we'll find out. Again, they're having that meeting today. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but uh, also it was pointed out that this is sort of a coup situation going on. And coup is January 6th.
oh yeah,
It's 2 years in a row where some shit's going down like this on January 6th.
wow. Oh, now it's the 7th, but happy birthday, Donald
The
Trump, for
7th
attempting
as of yeah,
insurrection.
7th as of this episode coming out. But when this is happening, when Vince is doing this whole shit, January 6th, the classic. What's gonna happen next January 6th?
Um, let's see. What's his face? Who owns Gearbox is gonna do something. It'll be Elon.
Mm.
Um, it'll be Tuck. It'll finally be Tuck and Gopher
Mm.
after he steals your password.
And maybe it'll be Elon taking control of Twitter again after he loses it.
Yeah, that'd be
And
amazing.
that could be it. That could be next year's January 6th.
True, true. Talking about wrestling, Wrestle Kingdom happened. Did you watch that?
I did not. I wanted to, but I couldn't stay up that late. It's New
I
Japan.
couldn't either. I'm working.
Mm. But big news in regards to that. Sasha Banks
She's
now
there.
going by Mercedes. I don't know how it's pronounced. I just see I don't know. I assume it's pronounced Money, Mone.
Monet.
Money. Yeah, she showed up after Kyrie defended her title and set the stage for a Kyrie versus Mercedes match in February for the IWGP Women's Championship.
That's exciting stuff.
That is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And she's someone who walked away from WWE. Was it? She wasn't booked. What was it? She wasn't booked the way she felt like she should be. The walkout when her and Naomi walked out. Was that it?
It was over the feeling disrespected for the tag titles because her and Naomi worked hard for those titles, and the plan I guess for that night where they walked out was that they were gonna face each other, and the titles were feeling like they were being put on the back burner and all that.
And people who are criticizing her, wrestlers have to really go after um what they first feel their perceived value is. And she gets criticized where people criticize Brock, but Brock will do the same thing. Steve Austin did the same thing. He
There were definitely
infamously walked out.
there were people criticizing Brock, but there was also definitely a whole bunch who were saying, "Oh, this isn't the same as the Sasha thing."
Um, yeah, and thankfully, because WWE has been so terrible recently, and definitely in the past, I think there's also fans who are supporting the wrestlers more and more now than the promotions.
Yeah.
Although we're still seeing the fanboys of WWE and AEW. Thankfully, it seems the workers are getting more love than they
Mm,
used to.
mm.
Well, in the biggest news, I had nothing. I was trying to think of what happened in the NAA. Tyrus is the world champion. He won the
Yeah,
Great Antonio Award.
for
Anyway, while
sure.
we go, I think it's time for some updates.
Channel updates. All right. So, our new format, began
It's here.
day after Christmas. Things are going. We've, again, the video output has been a lot less than it was before. A lot less videos, but they're better quality. I'm happier with how the videos have been turning out, and they've been doing a lot better. Views, likes, comments, all those things. Like, I'm looking now. Since the format change, we have had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos plus a podcast. 6 as of this episode coming out, because High on Life came out on Friday, episode 2. And all
Yep.
the least views any of these videos has is 21. That's the podcast. Outside of the podcast, the least views 25 for episode 2 of Pokemon Sun, which, considering we usually average like 5 to 10 views per video, and our most viewed in this time span, which is actually surprisingly I think it was the second or third most viewed video on our channel in 2022, even though it came out December 28th, was a tier list video we did for snacks. That one had fucking 72 views. It had 12
Wow.
likes. Like we're the High on Life episode 1, 64 views. We're getting the videos are doing well. It's a good sign
I
early
like
on.
I like the new editing. I feel
Yes.
like it adds more energy to the thing.
Mm.
I watched the High on Life video. The game just came out. I was interested in seeing what the game was about. And when I was watching your video, I commented to Kitty, "Man, I can't stop looking at the gun. Dude, like, it's hard to pay attention to what's going on in the game, but although thankfully the gun is a character that
Yeah.
talks and whatnot, so
And of course we had the Outer Wilds video, which was supposed to be a series, but I decided I can't do that as a fucking series. Although Kitty has finally come to a conclusion on a game that I can do for a full series that actually works. So we're going back and forth the other day about what potentially I could do to replace that. And he kept giving me the first option he had was Callisto Protocol, but that's a new game that it came out recently, meaning it's still like a $70 game. I'm not fucking paying $70 for a game for fucking YouTube. And then he said Days Gone, which is super long. Looked at the how long to beat, super lengthy game. So I'm like, okay, that's a little too long. And then he was like, how about Kingdom Come Deliverance? It's even longer. I said the one game's too long. He gives me an even longer one. Then he did What Remains of Edith Finch, which was already played on the channel by Mink.
yeah,
It was a Mink Monday series.
yeah. What's wrong with him?
And finally today he said Little Nightmares. So that's one that works. I have access to it, not too long. So it'll probably be Little Nightmares getting done on the channel. Yeah, the Outer Wilds video came out the other day, and quite a bit going on with that one in terms of the comments. We got our first hate comment in a while. That's fun.
Yeah.
We don't get those too much from a guy named James Lane. Hi, James.
We'll get more tomorrow about Logan Paul and NFTs.
yeah. And then like his comment got like a whole chain of replies here from TJ, Ian, Razor. Abdel came in with some weird thing about having sex with Pokemon. Brandon was there. It was a time, but the new format's going well. It's mostly well received. His issue was that I apparently wasn't taking the game serious enough, but it's Gopher and Tuck.
It's a video game. I mean,
It's a video game as well.
You didn't take the game serious enough, Gopher. Like, imagine like if someone said that about Red Rover, and like we play Red Rover, and like after the game, someone's all pissed off. Man, dude, you didn't take that game seriously enough. Like, really?
Yeah, it's like this is clearly his first time watching the channel. If you come in here to Gopher and Tuck, expecting me to fucking check my ship log and talk to every person in the game to try to figure out what's going, that's not what we do here.
Well,
This
the
is a
thing
comedy
is,
channel.
I'll say really quick, you didn't last the full 20 minutes though. Like I was watching the video with Kitty when you were like getting blasted off into space by the water stream, and I just pointed at him like, look, he's gonna die before the time limit. Like, I guess the game's kind of like 12 minutes, where it's like a Groundhog Day thing, right?
Yeah, I have no fucking clue what's going on in that game, but did the video. Yeah, I enjoyed making the video. Didn't really enjoy not knowing what the fuck to do in the game, but I enjoyed making the video. And we recorded a one-off as well that'll probably be going up next week of Wheel of Fortune. So we got Wheel of Fortune video coming out next week. Life's continuing, Pokemon's continuing. We'll probably start doing Little Nightmares as well. That's a pretty short game though, so I don't know how many episodes it's going to be. And our not second, I guess we've had a few now, but our most recent, our newest compilation video will be coming out in probably Wednesday, January 18th. Like 2 weeks after the Outer Wilds video, and 1 week after the Wheel of Fortune video. And it will be our Best of Bad Games video, which will not include
Finally.
Shenmue 3.
Wow.
Because
wow.
I decided there's a lot of stuff already put in this video. I decided Shenmue 3 is going to get its own compilation. It's it won the 2022 Best Gopher and Tuck Series of the Year. It needs its own compilation. So, but I already went through all the videos for the Best of Bad Games compilation. I found all the spots. I just gotta get to editing it, and that'll be going up in a couple weeks. And just things are going well so far with the new format. As for Twitch, we started Overwatch 2 last week.
Yeah.
Did a stream of that for the first time. It was my first time playing Overwatch ever. I enjoyed it. That's something we'll be playing more of in the future. I had a great final game of the session. It was almost 2 hours in, and we finished the game, and it was a really good game. We won. Brandon did really great. And I'm like, do we want to do one more? And he's like, yeah. And I figured, as typically is the case with us, it would be like we have a really good game, and then we decide to do one more, and then we end on a horrible game. But instead, we won the final game. I had 11 kills, 0 deaths. And I had what is apparently called a team kill, where you kill the entire team all in one go, which won the kill of the game, which is my first time getting kill of the game as well. I got an achievement. It was a whole thing. Really, really great ending to that stream. We'll be doing some more of that going forward. Yesterday, as of this podcast coming up, we will have streamed twice. We're doing like we did last Friday. We're doing a double dealio. This is going to be Dead by Daylight with Brandon in our usual time, and then later at night, we'll be doing a Halo stream. Me, Ian, maybe TJ will be there, possibly Razor, whoever else. So we'll be doing that. Those will be up on the VOD as of this podcast coming out, and Jeff and I will be continuing Dark Souls 3 on Tuesday.
Gopher, I need some help.
Okay.
So I'm at www.dubby.gg,
Yes.
dubby.gg, and they have a new flavor out here of their energy drink powders.
Oh yeah.
Big energy tears. Allows you to have faster reaction time paired with laser sharp focus. Absolutely. I mean, it's an energy drink. If you're playing games, when I play chess or whatever gaming, I'm gonna have some caffeine, which is of course it's gonna wake you up. And right now I also added a blue raz dubby shaker. I didn't make it on time to buy more dubby to get the anime girl cup, but that's fine. But I'm buying these two things now at the discount code. And this is all $57. I'd like to save some money. How could I do that?
There is a way you could do that, actually.
Uh,
What you do, right, you go to that discount code section. You know what you do there?
uh,
You click on that, you type in Gopher Tuck, all one word.
Gopher, tuck, all
There you
one word.
go.
Apply,
And there you go.
calculating,
Yes.
and
what
it
happens.
saved me $6. Wow.
$6, 10% of the order. Taken right off. Just shave that off the top right there. And
Oh yeah.
Moose did
You love
that.
to see it.
And all of you listening to this podcast right now could do that as well. If you put in Gopher and Tuck in the promo code when you check out a W, or if you click the link in the description and it automatically applies the promo code in your checkout of fine W products, their energy powders and such. Moose has had some.
Yeah.
He enjoys them.
I sure do. And I'm paying now, being processed,
It's processing.
blah blah blah. Closing my other tabs.
There we
And
go.
I placed my order.
He places order. There we go. That is another order of W Energy going out, heading on out into the world.
Man, I'm saving $6 with that order, so I can buy some candy bars.
Yeah,
or
it's
I
true.
can I could buy more. I'll probably buy more of that Monster Hydro. I've been drinking a bunch of that, or maybe Powerade. Now that I'm gonna have W instead, that's where I'm gonna get my caffeine.
Yeah, there you
And for me, I'm gonna pre-order Fire Emblem Engage. That's gonna be out on the 20th, and I'm gonna stream that game.
go. Nice. Gonna stream brand new game being streamed by Moose.
Yeah.
Right. That's a new one.
Right? Well, I love Fire Emblem.
It's true.
I'm always using the emotes on
You love Fire Emblem,
or
huh?
on Twitch.
And now you can play as
on
toothpaste
Discord.
or whatever. So yeah.
Colgate-chan.
Nah.
The worst looking character of all time. Yeah, my website is www.joshua.jhadley.com. I haven't really updated it since the new year, although I've been pretty busy. I got jury duty on Monday. Can you believe that?
Fucking jury duty, man. I've had jury duty once. Like I've been given the thing for it. I didn't go because I was able to get a doctor's thing, being like, you don't gotta do that. So I never actually done jury duty. It sounds horrible. Sounds like a bad time. Sounds like something I would not want to be involved in.
Man. Anyway. www.joshuajhadley.com. This will be updated, especially with this podcast episode coming out tomorrow. Today. This morning.
Coming out right now for already having come out for people
having
listening.
Already come out on the YouTubes, the Spotify's, the LimeWire.
Justin.tv.
Well, so I almost skipped this. Shame on me.
Shame.
I almost went into video games, forgetting that we haven't asked questions yet.
Yeah, we also haven't done. Are we still doing the Bluff and Gopher in 2022 or 2023 as we actually are?
Yeah, we will continue. I didn't get that ready though today.
Yeah, no Bluff and Gopher this week. But we do have some questions to be answered.
We have questions and a new. We're not gonna continue. I've said this, but I'm gonna remind everyone we're not gonna continue the TCM trivia challenge. We're gonna have a new game starting hopefully next week.
Yes, new game starting next week.
Bluffing Gopher will be back.
Yes. I got to spend a couple weeks without fear of dying because we haven't been doing that for a couple weeks. So I get to go back to fearing for my life next week. That's cool.
I don't know why you're more afraid of these than these questions that we're about to get.
Hey, let's hear what these questions are. You got questions? I got answers, baby.
From your boy, Muffin Man.
Muffin, we got one from Muffin.
Would you rather be trapped in a room filled with snakes or spiders?
Snakes.
No reason? Just
Spiders are icky. Snakes are cool. Spiders are icky.
This is true. Although I think spiders are cool. They eat other bugs.
True. I like cartoon spiders. I don't like real life spiders.
Like Spider-Man?
Yeah. Spider-Man's pretty cool. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to be trapped in a room with either of them, but you know, if I had to choose one or the other, snakes gross me out less. So
from Harold in Russia. How'd he end up there?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, he was in Mongolia,
I
then
was getting into
Japan, now Russia.
some serious Harold and Kumar adventures.
Dear Gopher, I'm on a flight back to America, and I'm stuck in Russia because there's an embargo on Americans.
Oh.
So since I'm stuck at the Russian jail, I have the time to ask. You have to eat the same food for 1 month straight. What would you choose?
Well, I mean, I'm already kind of eating the same food every day.
Oh,
Although
what
it's
is it?
3 meals. Oatmeal, ramen, and rice. Those three have been my meals every day, basically. If it was just like one thing specifically though, then I guess probably just like rice. So that's the thing I have as dinner. Just have a bunch of rice. Wouldn't really be fun, but like that's just you know not that bad calorie wise.
Yeah.
Cheap. It's very cheap. Those are the main reasons I'm eating it currently. So yeah.
Let's see. Thanks Harold for the question.
Yes,
Thanks Muffin for the
thank you,
question.
Muffin and Harold. Harold, I hope you can finally make it back to the States.
This is from Judy in Alabama.
Okay.
Dear Gopher, really enjoying the Pokemon videos you're uploading. Really like High on Life, sort of different kind of game. My question is, do you believe in the paranormal, and would you go ghost hunting?
No and yes. I do not believe in the paranormal. I would go ghost hunting because it seems like a fun thing. I enjoy.
Me too.
I enjoy like that type of stuff. Like that type of thing, that type of activity. Watching it, being a part of it. I don't personally believe any of it's real, but it's like it seems fun. Seems like a fun thing to be involved in.
True. I'm. Same answer for me. I don't believe in ghosts, spirits, but ghost hunting could be a good time, and if you have someone who believes, you could definitely jump scare them.
True. Even if you have somebody who doesn't believe, you can jump scare them. It's somebody just appearing out of nowhere scaring you. It does a spook, regardless. Especially if you're doing like a ghost hunting thing and you're like in the woods or something. Because like there's a lot of shit that can get you out there that isn't a ghost.
You know what I like?
Attacked by like a fucking bear or something.
You know what I like to do to spook people?
Yeah.
Kitty will come to the house, and when I see him coming in, I'll sneak over to the front door, like I'll tiptoe to make sure no one hears me right up to the door or anything. And like he'll knock, like when he makes his first knock, I'll open the door really quick, scaring him.
I thought you were gonna say that you would just like jump scare people by holding Kitty in front of them. Like Kitty comes to the house and people are come over, and I quickly throw Kitty in front of them, and they see Kitty's face.
Oh man, that's too spooky.
That's too spoopy. Too spoopy.
Too spoopy. Well, thanks Judy for the questions. Thanks everyone.
Thanks Judy. Thanks Coffee. Thanks Harold. Sorry, I almost forgot his name. Goldfish.
Wow.
That whole thing I got going on. But thank all three of you for your questions.
And no Bluffing Gopher, that'll return next week.
Bluffing Gopher will be back next week. My life will be once again on the line.
And yeah, this time of the year, slow news day, even when it comes to the weird news.
True.
But talking about news, one thing we do know is Atari is gonna discontinue the Atari VCS. Your favorite console.
My favorite console that I've never played.
Yeah, absolutely. The favorite one you haven't played. It's not the Dreamcast or the Intellivision or the 3DO. It's the VCS. Yeah, I don't know who thought this thing was gonna be a success. It was the same price as a PlayStation 4 when it came out. Like, it was like $400 for a crappy Linux box. They did have games. We gotta give them that. They had the games.
The games.
Although nothing to write home about, and nothing what's strange, like you can get a lot of the games on the Nintendo Switch and the other consoles that I don't play on. Like even right now, I don't even think you can get the Atari 50th anniversary, the 50th anniversary celebration on the VCS, but we can get them on the Xbox and the Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone expected this to be a success. Although we gotta give Atari some props. I remember being on Cracking a Cold One and saying this thing is a scam. They did make a real console, unlike Tommy Tellerico and his new Intellivision or whatever the Coleco Chameleon was supposed to be. They did actually
made a real console like Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy didn't make anything. He bought stuff off freaking AliExpress.
What are you talking about? He made a very real console, and everybody who ordered it received their very real console.
Yeah. Soldier Boy. Yeah, I forgot about Soldier.
They didn't wait for months to get nothing.
Maybe Soldier, like, I remember he said he lied about owning Atari. Maybe he needs to work with them again to make a new console, the Atari Soldier Boy.
Yeah, Soldier Atari, yeah. Get that going.
Yeah. Anything else happening in video games? There's been some leaks on what's the new Zelda game? Tears of what?
Tears of the Kingdom, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't really see anything in regards to that. I just know it's coming out. People are excited. In terms of news, some stuff was announced for the PSVR 2, PlayStation Virtual Reality's sequel thing. There was something like 40 or 50 or something like that games that'll be coming out on launch with it, which will be in February, I think. The price was released, which the pre-orders are available. It costs more than the PlayStation 5 itself, so I'm kind of.
How much is it?
$550.
Wow.
Yeah, they have $550, and they have a bundle that's $600 that includes the VR Horizon game.
It might be like really expensive just because they can only make so many. Supply chain issues.
So that I do want to get that at some point. Once I can afford to get it, because it has the same thing that the Quest has, where you don't need like a whole bunch of wires set up and like sensor bars and all that. You just you plug it into your you plug like one side into your headset, one into the PlayStation, and then that's it. You just need that and the controllers, and that's all. So it works well with my limited space here. And there was a lot of games for the PSVR, the original one that I wanted to play. Although the unfortunate thing with this is it's not backwards compatible. So can't play any of those. Although some may like release versions that are available on the PSVR 2. Like one game, I forgot what it was, but one game was confirmed to be getting a PSVR 2 version. I know Beat Saber is going to be getting a PSVR 2 release. Yeah, they announced a whole bunch of stuff and then a whole bunch of games. So that's coming out. That'll be out in I think it was February.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
It's coming out February according to Gopher and Tuck.
Yes.
That's what they told us.
Especially Tuck. If I'm wrong, then it's Tuck. But if I'm right, then that's me specifically.
CNN not adopt a policy like that.
Didn't Donald Trump basically do that?
He just said anything. He didn't like blame other people. He just said anything bad about him was fake news, and anything good was.
Well, I think there was one specific thing. I don't remember what it was exactly, but there was one specific thing where he was like, if I'm wrong on this, then it wasn't my fault."
Oh,
also it's
that's probably happened more than once.
Yeah, February 22nd is the release date, so I was right. So it was me and not Tuck.
Yeah, it was definitely him, not Tucker Lucy, world famous artist,
world famous musician. He's famous all across the world.
Man, so goddamn, I beat Abdel in a game of chess the other day.
As one does.
And I played the Bongcloud against him, and he got freaked out. Well, he didn't get freaked out, it was a rated game. He didn't know that, but I played the Bongcloud, and people's brains go haywire when you do that. And then so he played a double Bongcloud against me, and Clown, I beat him. I'll teach him. Well,
I
I
have
did teach him because he beat me in the next game.
I have no clue what that is. Not a single clue.
It's E4. It's 2 moves. It's E4. Black plays E5, and then I put my king out on E2 after that.
Yeah, I understand that. I'll pick it up what you're putting down.
Here, I'm gonna. It's a very funny opening. It's not a good like if you play chess, it's sort of like an opening that couldn't like people could feel insulted that you did that. CLED open. Man, I'm using Norton Safe Search.
Dang, old safe search.
Here. It's only like a move and a half, really. Wonder if it.
Bongcloud attack. Got its own Wikipedia page and everything. Unorthodox chess opening that consists of the move that thing and that thing. Huh. It's considered a joke opening.
Yeah, and I beat Abdel with it.
Beat Abdel with it.
That'll teach him.
Look at
teach
that.
him to play.
Fucking
teach
Abdel.
him to play chess. Yeah.
That guy. You're out here losing to the joke move, Abdel.
Clown.
Clown.
Clown. Clown. Clown. See. Was there anything else that we've missed out on video games? I'm trying to think here.
Yeah, not really a whole lot of video game news this week. I mean, I don't know what else was announced or talked about at the, because like Sony had a thing, but I think it was like more of like an investor thing rather than like a showcase thing. But that's where they showed the PSVR 2 stuff.
Well, people are right now. When they do videos, not RGT 5. That's where I got the news. There was some links on the new Link game. Links on the new Link game. But a lot of the channels I watch are either doing Pokemon or they're doing their year-end awards. You know.
Oh, PlayStation announced like a new like accessibility controller, like a new controller for accessibility for people who can't normally play games. So that was
like
something
for if they only have one hand or something.
For a whole bunch of different things, I believe. But yeah, it has like a lot of options, a lot of customization.
I heard the Wii was like great for like people who only had one hand. You know, I don't know what you would do if you didn't have no hands. You'd have to like tell your friends to set up a Xbox Connect for you, and that'd be awful.
Yeah. Nobody wants to use the Xbox Connect. There's a Gran Turismo movie coming out. Huh.
Yeah.
It was announced, or something was shared for that, I guess. The Gran Turismo, the movie. Got fucking Orlando Bloom in there, David Harbour.
Man, well, it's almost been an hour. You got things to do. Why don't you tell the people? Give them one more update before we go.
Yeah, new format. Videos are coming out. Things are happening. It's a lot less videos to watch. You know, if you want to watch a series, it doesn't have to seem as daunting anymore because there's not 80 fucking episodes to get through. It's only 3 videos a day, or 3 videos a day, 3 videos a week.
Yeah, you don't have any more as much videos. We're doing 3 videos a day.
Yeah. Only 3 videos a week in the podcast. 3 different games throughout the week. So one video per week of each game. We're doing Pokemon Sun, Randomized Nuzlocke. We're doing High on Life, played by Brandon, and we will, I guess, be doing Little Nightmares as well. Which should be a shorter series because that's a pretty short game. And
short game, short characters.
Yeah, true. And on Twitch, we're doing more Twitch things. We added Overwatch 2 to our lineup for things we play. Dead by Daylight, Naraka Blade Point, stuff of that nature. We got Jeff and I continuing Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3 every week. We did Dark Souls 2 before. Every Tuesday. And, things are happening.
I'm just going to say it. I watched Owl play Little Nightmares. I don't think you're going to be as good as her.
Probably not. I did watch... I watched somebody stream it before. I don't really remember too much of the game. But I watched somebody stream it. Sean and Sid. Actually, I think I watched them stream Little Nightmares 2. I don't know if I watched them stream the first one or not. But I'm gonna attempt it. See how well it goes for me.
See, when you say Little Nightmares, it's just for a second. I think it's Among the Sleep that gave me for Christmas or my birthday one
It
year.
was, I think, Christmas. Yeah, that was fun little. I think I just the Switch version, I believe.
Yeah, and I get stuck in the forest area because like I have no idea what to do. But that's like a couple hours into the game.
Yeah, a couple hours. These little guys running around and doing stuff, and yeah, I've heard it's a good game. So we'll see
Yeah.
how it goes.
And for me, I'm pre-ordering Fire Emblem Engage. I'll play as Koge-chan. I'll stream the game on Twitch. Yeah,
Yes, come watch a toothpaste save the world or whatever.
yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
I just have to figure out a schedule. I don't want to conflict with Gopher and Tech streams. Won't take long at all. I have to look into what days I'll be doing, but that's all going to be announced. We'll have another podcast before that. And
Yeah.
we'll figure out a schedule.
Yes. And next week we will bring back Bluffing Gopher and start a new game to take over the trivia game, as we are retiring that heading into the new year.
Exactly. And www.gg
Yeah.
DUBBY.
Promo code GopherTuck, or use the link in the description. It automatically applies the promo code.
Yep, exactly. This has been On Top of the World. We're on YouTube every Saturday morning, Spotify, whenever that gets up.
Yep.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. And have a good rest of your day.
Goodbye.